up, Bunny Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And this is my little chaotic assistant, Seno Asagiri. And today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Shimatsu no Valkyrie, aka Record of Ragnarok, chapter 88. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we are at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, if you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little assistant here, and this operation literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, I'm really hyped because the Okita versus Susano fight we got last chapter, it was everything. Oh my god. And it looks like we're getting into something very interesting here because we're starting off chapter 88 with the Primordial Gods. So, I'm ready for this. Let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us today. The Primordial Gods are gods who were born from the chaos of the beginning. Oh my god, it looks so beautiful. Oh my god, it looks so beautiful. They are the origin of the universe, the beginning of all creation, who once ruled the entire world. Oh, remember what, Odin wants to bring these gods back. Remember that. And god, these plants are beautiful. Nevertheless, the power of the primordial gods was so massive that they self-destructed. It's said that they returned to the beginning of chaos, and that's from the Chronicles of Valhalla. This is so appropriate. Oh my god. Nope. Speaking of Odin, there's Broda! And Beelzebub. They are my boys. I love... No one topping Broda. Broda is my man. He's my number one. But Beelzebub is definitely number two. Resurrection of the primordial gods? What the hell are you even talking about? Don't you know that the primordials, the gods of Ark, are just a legend? Are just legends? You are completely delusional. Why would Lord Odin wish for such a thing? There were ancient gods who once named themselves primordials. If we were to assume those primordial gods even exist, both the heavens and the human world would have been annihilated. The primordial gods are just myths to us, the gods. I used to believe that too, until I found that forbidden book. Also, Beelzebub looks so hot here. Oh my god. Forbidden book? When I was researching about Satan, I just happened to find it in the back of the library, in the library of the underworld. The forbidden book that describes the resurrection of the primordial gods, which is the book of Gornir. There we go. That means that the primordial gods really existed at some point, and someone knows how to resurrect them. It also means that those who forbid said thing also exist. Who the fuck would write such a book? Fortunately, most of that forbidden book was rotting away. Most of the passages were illegible. However, I found a passage inside. When the world tree... I found a passage inside. When the world tree absorbs the water of life, Odin of the twin eyes will offer his body, and the world will return to its primordial state. So, also this panel is amazing. So, it's going to return to the time, like, we're going to go back to the times of chaos, is what it's saying here. Oh my god, this is going to be good. What? Dude, the birds' faces are amazing. It's been a long time since I read it, so it took me a while to connect the dots. Well, I may be delusional to think that the content is about the resurrection of the primordial gods, but isn't that forbidden book with your name written on it the answer to your long-cherished wish? And also, Beelzebub's staff looks amazing. Right? Go ahead and tell us about it, Mr. Odin. Oh. Tell us. Tell us. Tell us. You maggots are always like this. Where am I? Is this some sort of nest for little birds? Oh my god, this laugh is beautiful. Oh my god, we just went from like this darkness to this light, and man, those teeth look amazing. I know it's weird, but man, this is beautiful. I am the Lord of Madness. I am the Lord of Rage. bunch of idiots. Disappear! Yo! I'm gonna read this again. I'm the Lord of Madness. I'm the Lord of Rage. Bunch of idiots. Dude, the eye. Close up in the eye. Oh my god. Disappear. Oh. What are you doing here? Is that Thor? Thor! Yes! It's Thor! We haven't seen him in a minute. God, Thor looks fine. Lord Thor! Dude, the birds are crying. They're so cute. They're like, they're saving me, Lord Thor! It's so cute. Thor, stay out of my way. What's up, little Thor? You didn't come here to help Din, did you? I'm not trying to help anyone. However, allow me to say one thing. The pride of the warriors who fought in that arena, I will not allow it to be tarnished by anyone. Yeah, you tell him, Thor. Until this Ragnarok is finished, life and death will be decided on the arena. That is the courtesy that we as warriors must show to our fallen enemies. Never heard that before. Little Thor is a surprisingly hot-blooded dude, huh? Alright then, I got it. I love Brother so much. She's like, alright. I understand what Thor is saying too. I kind of agree with him. Beelzebub's looking at Broda like, what? Isn't that right, Father? Ooh, whoa. Oh, the birds are so scared. Until Ragnarok is finished. Alright then. Don't fuck with me. The story isn't over yet. I'll make you listen. I'll make you listen even if you. Oh my god, sorry. I'll make you listen even if I have to use force. Enough. Oh, is something wrong, Buddha? Ooh. Don't get in my way, Adamantine. If you attempt to interfere, I will erase you. Ooh, don't tarnish the godly dignity that Mr. Hades has shown. You're the one who told me to do such a thing. You're usually as cool as the ice of hell. You're the gloomy Lord Beelzebub. Don't be a clown, fucking dumbass. Yeah. Hey there, Kinchan. You really never stop moving, do you? Ooh. It's Gintoki. Gintoki knows. Obviously, Gintoki knows. He's like that motherfucker. Good timing. Is that so? What's up with that old man? Was he that scared of me since he was glaring at me that much? Oh, that's Odin. I think that maybe he didn't like you because I told him that you were exploring Tartarus. Why would you tell him that, Frodo, you idiot? Well, whatever. However, I'm done with the underworld. Is that so? Then, how were things there? It was no good, you see. The guards of Tartarus are demonically tough. I'm never going to be able to break in and make contact with that prisoner god. Nostradamus is going to be the one to do it. He's the only one that could do it. I see how it is. I feel like I want to meet Siggy even more now. I love you, Broda. I love you so fucking much. Just why? You know what? I just realized this too. Beelzebub could take them down there. Nope, like I said, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Well, why don't you tell me the details while we eat some candies? Another candy? You really like that stuff, don't you? You're gonna get cavities, alright. Alright? I'll brush my teeth. Alright then, bub. Bye-bye. Buddha, you don't you hate me? Hate you? You already know, don't you? The one who planted that Hajun seed in Zarafuku was me. Hey there, Beelzebub. You must hate me so much that you want to tear me apart and murder me. Is that so? That's the story, huh? He hit him! Well, is this enough? He entrusted me this to me. What? Zero was the one who taught me that it is inevitable that hatred will rise in the heart. But if I allow my hatred to get the better of me, it'll be the same as betraying Zero. We'll walk the path of light together. That's what I said. That's a promise I made to Zero. Aww. And that's the reason why I don't hate you. I love this so much. I'm going to read this again because what Broda said is amazing. I love that he just whacked him in the head. Well then, is this enough? He entrusted this to me. What? Zero was the one who taught me that it is inevitable that hatred will rise in the heart, which is very true. Remember, Zerafuku's hatred and his jealousy was the one that was what drove him to this. But if I allow my hatred to get the better of me, it'll be the same as betraying Zero. This could be very interesting to see how Broda deals with this when he fights, when we're fighting Odin and the Primordial Gods. We will walk the path of light together. That's what I said. That's a promise I made to Zero, and that's the reason why I don't hate you. It's better this way, right, Zero? I love this. I love Zero's like, yeah. I love Broda's so cat. Broda, I will say this though. Broda's face has been kind of questionable in terms of anatomical art, but God, this writing, man, this writing is just getting me. You are truly a very complicated guy in the end. But maybe someday, if you feel like it, you could come back and kill me. You probably would be able to do it. You're a weird guy. What? Allow me to say you just said you don't hate him, yet you just punched his head. What was that for? My bad. It's just my adolescence. Is this guy fearless or something? Nothing can bother this guy. Broda is the best character in this manga. Tell me I'm wrong. I love him. And Gintoki as, you know, as a second in command, yeah, it just feels right. At the same time, in the Valhalla arena, the audience was engulfed in a strange silence. Yo! Dude, I don't blame them. Like, this is beautiful. I love how, oh my god, how, Jack the Ripper is just chilling with his tea. He's like, or no, he's not chilling with his tea. He's just like chilling. Well, everyone else is just going off. But man, oh, this fight is beautiful between, Susanoo and Okita. I love that we have Gintoki and Okita in the same chapter. It feels right. Also, remember, Okita is part of the Bro Squad. He is. But God, I swear, do not kill Okita. Do not kill him. Ooh. Ryubi Ken Dragon Tail Sword. Ooh, that Dragon Tail Sword is beautiful. But damn, Susanoo's face is giving me so much life. Ooh. Wow. Yeah, I have absolutely no idea what's going on. I know it's something amazing. Oh, what an amazing sword fight. Those two are too awesome, don't you agree? That's the sword god and the demon child are fighting to the death. Susanoo's Yayorozu swallows Okita's sword strikes that wield a godly speed, and Okita reacts and counterattacks even to that, but Susanoo dodges and counterattacks even further. That's the clash between the strongest Godslayer and the strongest Manslayer. This is the book of the bloody battle between swords. I don't want to get distracted, even if it's for an instant. Big Brother is so surprised his soul left his body. I love Zeus in this moment too. Swords are also cool, but what I really want are fists. I am so hyped I can barely wait. That's just so amazing. Man, I knew I shouldn't have given up my turn. I can't wait for Anubis. I can't. Anubis is so goddamn cute. I can't get enough of that human. It's floating all the way there. The best smell of all. The best and strongest. The smell of death. No! He's intercepting every single slash with Yayorozu, a frightening posture indeed. As far as we can see, every single one of them is there. That God Susanoo has mastered all sword techniques in all schools created by mankind throughout history. He can comprehend them all, and perhaps he reached the peak of all those styles. Sword God, he's more like a metamorphic sword. I can't get enough of it. Now let's see how you can win against that god. Show me the strongest of the Edo period, Okita Soji. Ooh, this art is amazing. Your Ryubi-ken from a moment ago was an amazing technique. It was majestic. You were going to chop my arms off in that counterattack. How can you say that? That was cool. How can you say that that was cool? I'm having so much fun here. So cute. Soji is enjoying himself there. If he loses concentration even for a moment, he'll die instantly, you know. I doubt he's even afraid of death at this point. Every day was a battlefield. Death was always next to him. For us, the Shinsengumi, fights to the death were our everyday life. You were still laughing. That's why you're the captain of the first unit of the Shinsengumi. And yes, I know. Okita totally does. I totally see the Gintama Okita in him. And the one and only, Okita Soji against the infinite positions of the sword gods, Shinrai Yaoyorozu. The stance of the smiling demon child was formless. He's doing a formless style? What's that? He lowered his guard? No way, is he giving up? Is that the formless stance of the Yagyu Shinkage Ryu? Nope, it's similar, but that's not correct. It's possible not a form learned somewhere else. In order to survive the hell of the Bakumatsu period, he naturally acquired that through fighting to the death with many samurais of the period. That's what I believe. Naturally? Yeah. Will you look at that? I am loving this. This is about to get wild as hell. Me too. Here I go. Ooh, the air around me has changed. This piercing sword pressure. Yes. This is fucking beautiful. This fight is definitely up there. Oh. Yo, I couldn't even see what just happened. No. Ooh. There's one thing that Okita has that surpasses that god. That's his countless near-death experiences. So that's what Anubis was probably smelling. Because I was thinking, no, this better not mean Okita's gonna die. At least I hope not. But let's see where we're going with this. That's Okita Soji's sword. Yo! He got a cut! Dude, that was sick. That slice was sick. But man, what a chapter. Holy shit, the Forbidden Book. And what, I'm so glad that it was Beelzebub that found the Forbidden Book. And that explaining what the lore is for Odin. That's really I love that the birds were freaking out, though. I thought that was great. But what did you guys think of the Forbidden Book in terms of the prophecy? What do you guys think about Thor stepping in like that? I like what Thor said in particular. I thought that was great. But then there was that whole dynamic between Broda and Gitoki and Beelzebub was everything. I hope this means Beelzebub's joining the squad. I love that. I just love what Broda did in response to Beelzebub in terms of Zero, in terms of Zero Fuku. Is that, he said, no, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna kill you because I don't want the hatred and the resentment that was building up in Zero to affect me. But at some point, Broda is going to he's going to snap. He will. That light can't last forever. But something that will be very interesting in terms of going to the underworld to meet the god, to meet the the god down there, is, like, I was thinking originally Nostradamus might be the one to do it, but I think Beelzebub will do it. I think he will. Beelzebub's got to be the one to do this. But it's interesting that what Odin wants to do... God, the timing of this, because we have a lot of stuff relating to chaos, like with Arthur and Four Nights of the Apocalypse and whatnot. But he wants to return the world back to the primordial world, which was pure chaos. So the primordial gods, from what I'm understanding, they had to be there before the Titans, right? Like, oh my god, what's his name? Shit. Like Kronos, there we go. Like Kronos. If Kronos was there with the primordial gods, okay. But if he wasn't, then that would, and he was in the next generation, that I could see that too. If Kronos was born from the primordial gods, I could see that. Because remember, he is the god of time, or he is the Titan of time / god of time. So that's why I'm like, I could see Kronos being a primordial god. That would make sense because he is, the god of time. But at the same time, I know punning. But at the same time, I could see Kronos being a key to stopping the chaos because, his thing is time and order and all that. I'm very curious what you guys think about that in particular. Do you guys think that Kronos is going to play a role in this like I do? And what do you guys think about the lore for the primordial gods, that because their power was so strong that they broke down? I really feel like the primordial gods, like, they gotta include I know it's Norse, so it's got Norse is definitely in there, and they might be Norse gods, but I feel like Gaia should be included in this. I really do, because she is like the Titan slash god of Earth. So I can see Gaia being included in this. That's why I'm like, I don't know if the Titans would be considered, like the Grecian Titans would be considered primordial gods or not. I feel like they, based on the lore that I know, I would feel like they would be. It would make a lot of sense in this case. Obviously, Tartarus got to be one of them. He's got to be. Tartarus has to be a primordial god, for sure. If Tartarus is not a primordial god, then, which I can't see, but at the same time, it makes more sense for, like, that's why I'm like, it makes more sense for, like, Gaia or Tartarus to be primordial gods, because their power was so strong, they broke down, and Gaia became the Earth, the Earth, one with the Earth, and then you had Tartarus in the underworld. So that's why I'm like, okay, I can see that, where those two in particular would be primordial gods. Now it's gonna drive me nuts if I don't check this. Okay, so we do have the Greek primordial deities. All right, let's see what they are. So there's chaos. So Hesiod's creation myth, chaos is the first being to ever exist, and chaos is both seen as a deity and a thing, with some sources seeing chaos as a gap between heaven and earth. So yeah, chaos is definitely one of them, for sure. Then you have Gaia, which was formed after chaos, and this is obviously in Hesiod's creation myth, where we're seeing this. And then I'll get to from chaos, where there's more, what came from chaos, because there's quite a few things that came from chaos. But there's Gaia, which was the second being to form right after chaos, which makes sense. See what I said? I said Gaia had to be one of them, and I was right. I knew Tartarus was one of them. I knew it. Yeah, Tartarus is both a primordial deity and also a great abyss where the Titans are imprisoned. Yeah, I figured that was so. I knew it based on the lore. I freaking knew that that Gaia and Tartarus would definitely be primordial gods, for sure. I'm not surprised by that. But here's with Kronos. Let's see. I don't think Kronos, based on what I'm seeing here, Kronos is not a primordial god. That makes sense. So he'd be a Titan. Yeah. So yeah, the Titans, that's what I figured, was the Titans came after the primordial gods. That makes a lot more sense. All right, so then after that, we have Eros, who is the god of love. Again, makes sense. God of love. I'm very curious what you guys think about about the goddess of, or a god of love being one of the primordial gods. Very, very curious. part of me can see it, given what happened, because of Aphrodite's origins are very interesting. That's why I'm like, okay, I can maybe see it, but uh, it says here that Eros was the fairest among the immortal gods who conquers the mind and sensible thoughts of all gods and men. Okay, that I could see that. And then we have Nyx, which definitely makes sense because Nyx is, he's Nyx is night. So yeah, that makes sense. Nyx has a ton of children too. Damn. You got Aether, Apade, or should I go with this one? No. You got Deimos, Ilios, let's see, Epipharon, Iris, Eros, God, you got a lot here. Nemesis I knew, but yeah. And Styx and Thantos, yeah, I knew about Styx and Thantos too, now that I think about it. Yeah, those three, I definitely recognize. And think about it, it does make sense that they were born from there. Ooh, Karis and Moira. Oh, I didn't know Hypnos was born from Night, or from Nyx. That does make sense too. And apparently she's the mother of the Furies by Hades. And it's also the mother of Eos, the dawn god, which we'll get to, I think, here, right? No. All right. So then there's Iris, who is Nyx's daughter as well. And there's not much here on Iris. But, like, the gods that were born from her include, like, the god of pains, which is Algros, you got like, I'm just gonna read the description. You got pain, disputes, manslaughters, ruin, anarchy, oath, battles, forgetfulness, starvation, stories, wars, quarrels, murders, hardship, and lies. That's very, very interesting. But it does say here that it is inherited from Greek culture, or it's inherited from a previous culture, from like pre-Greek Aegean cultures. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here that I want. But yeah, so in terms of the primordial gods, if they're gonna go with the Greek primordial gods, like I think they are, obviously Tartarus is definitely one of them for sure. Chaos, based on the myth that we got, that from the Forbidden Book that we saw, or that Beelzebub was reading, Chaos is definitely got to be another one of them. And then so yeah, for sure, Chaos, Tartarus, and Gaia. Those three I could definitely see. But the ones that I'm very curious about is Eros and Nyx. Well, Eros, Nyx, and Iris. Those are the ones I'm very curious about. Based on what Nyx's children, I could definitely see Nyx. I'm not gonna lie. Iris, I could maybe see as well, but I think the main ones I could see are Nyx. Actually, I might be able to see Eros because of the situation in terms of how Ragnarok came to be. But yeah, but for sure, Chaos, Gaia, and Tartarus are definitely going to be the primordial gods, three of the primordial gods. And actually, if we look at the first page, where we see the primordial gods, you can tell that we're getting a sneak peek of what what they look like, and it makes sense. But I'm very curious what you guys think in terms of the primordial gods. Which ones are coming? I feel like the one in the center that we're seeing, what do you guys think of the one in the center that we see on the first page? Do you think that's Chaos like I do? Yeah, that has to be Chaos, because Chaos was the first one. So yeah, I think it's Chaos. I think that's got to be Chaos in the center. And then Gaia and Tartarus are right by them. I'm very curious what you guys think, and obviously in front of them would be their children, right? Because I think one of them looks like, is one of them Dantos? Maybe. But I'm very curious what you guys think about the Primordial Gods. What do you guys think of Okita's fight with Susanoo? It looks beautiful. It really does. And what do you guys think about what Broda was saying about, you know, his promise to Zero and how that came into play? And who do you think is going to be the one to take, like, Broda and them down to the underworld? I feel like Beelzebub is going to be the one to do it, but at the same time, I can also see Nostradamus doing it as well. Um, I could see both. Actually, I could see both of them doing it, to be honest. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What you guys think? Which primordial gods can you see coming from this? Can you see it just being the Greek ones, or do you think there's even Norse ones coming as well? That'll be very interesting to see if it's a combination. Like which I kind of can see it being. Especially since how Ragnarok, you know, got kind of hijacked by Zeus, which is, you know, obviously Greek. So I could see it being a combination of the two. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Record of Ragnarok content. A few ways you can do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon. Purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.